Okay. Alrighty then. All right, let's get a short stream in. I got some shit to do later, so I don't know how long this will run here for. But as you might remember from last time, we just crafted a shitload of arrows, so um, we came up short on feathers. We're going to keep looking for feathers, especially since I'm going to want to keep making um, fire hardened arrows. Got plenty done in Forlorn Muskeg. Honestly, all I did was forge there. Here, let's look at our notes. Mountain Town, got a base at Mama's house. I got one more location to check here in Mystery Lake. I might do that in between fishing. The Musk, all I did was forge and leave. So even the whole area by the train cart, and look at any of that. I might go back in. Might save that for another day though. That would be more along the line of let's start hoarding all the shit that's everywhere. End game. I don't think there's really anything there that I would really desperately need. That being said, um, I really wouldn't mind a trip into what you call it, Coastal Highway, just because there is a lot of shit there. And the one thing that I would possibly need moving forward is more ammunition. So before you go to the cannery where there's the ammunition bench, it's a good idea to make it worth it. In other words, you're going to be there for a while. It's not like it's an area I think where you can just run in and be established. Okay, I think you need to do some base prep and sit in because just you might go back and forth to the gunsmithing table a couple times. And then you got wolf attacks all in between that. You're not going to want to be cheap with your ammo. There's timber wolves everywhere. They swarm the cannery. I think they're scripted to swarm the not cannery. Yeah, the cannery, right? I think they're scripted to swarm it as soon as you get up top walking around. If you've been there, you know what I mean. As soon as you get up where you're going around that maze to get into the cannery. So anyway, my point is you're gonna want to be ready to be blasting. Very liberal, good clothes, you know, plenty of ways to fix your clothes. There is a bear there, so you can get a bear skin, but you're waiting days and days for that to cure. You're gonna be living there for a little while. Now, when you come back, as long as you leave a base that's halfway set up, and you've got the password, you've got all the gunpowder set up, maybe a lot of shitload of bullets. Remember, you're going to have to bring a bunch of lead, although lead scrap is not as heavy as batteries. So, um, anyway, while you're there, you might as well have 100 casings to refill, and I'm not even anywhere close. So my whole goodness of going there is just non-existent right now. I think we're actually wasting time here, me sitting, so I'll try to explain as we go. Anything else on those notes we need to talk about? Ravine? Yeah, so I'm ready to go there. Now, I think I have to get the password through the Musk anyway, so we might be going back there to look around a little bit, but at least to get down, to the upper part of whatchamacallit to get the password to the cannery. Oh, and then you got to wait for an Aurora to even unlock the motherfucker. So, um, unfortunately, this is just looking more and more like the run I abandoned before Scurvy came out. But you know what? Whatever. That's the name of the game, right? Let's just pretend I died, and it is what it is. Like I'm, I'm kind of a giant twat when it comes to this game. Like I don't take a lot of risks, and I do rage when I get attacked by wolves. Um, I don't like it. So, I tend to not die as much. Does that mean it's because of skill? I'm good? No, absolutely not. It's because I'm a giant coward and I turtle up as much as I can. And I play on Stalker where there's plenty of supplies. I like my guns. The wolves are a pain in the ass. I mean, they will take their toll even just on your medical supplies and cloth. They might not just come out and kill you outright, but it's a slow death. So, for someone who's never been to 500 days or whatever, I might try a gun loper run one day. I like the guns. Okay, sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I like the guns, and I like the idea of not having to have a scripted run into HRV to get the hammer and then do the foraging. I would rather leave it to chance of I'll find a gun when I find a gun. I just got my first rifle. I didn't find a fucking hacksaw until I got to Muskeg. There's been RNG loot table shit that I've been dealing with as well. And you know what? I'm making excuses. I know Interloper is harder than Stalker, no doubt. But I'll leave that to Zach and Kimmy Yoda and your Thomasinas of the world, your Athenons, Dystoptimist. Those guys love the abuse. Rand Alford. Big fan of everybody that's been working the game. I've obviously, like a lot of people, started watching Zach, but he does a great job of throwing everybody in the compilation videos, the fails, the tips, the everything. And I have been checking everybody out here and there, as a result of him putting everyone out there. So, I could at least be a testament that what he's saying he's trying to do works. He might have been probably the reason I bought this game, and it's a great game. Very addictive. All right, but anyway, we don't have a lot of time to waste here because we have to hurry up and wait. We've got a lot of, I think, fishing to do, cooking. Also, hopefully my stream's looking better. I did a bunch of screwing around with the settings. Here's all my footprints. I cheated a little. I was already out here walking around. I think I got a better stream quality. We'll see. I did a couple tests, and I finally settled on getting it in 1080. I went down to 30 frames per second. I mean, yesterday and my previous streams were absolute garbage, like 480. And I went and looked, and I'm like, I pretty much realized I'm going to have to screw with it. I haven't done a whole lot of streaming. And what I do is freaking Nintendo games. So you're not going to notice the quality, when you're streaming a 40-year-old Nintendo game. which I will get back to here eventually. I just hit a personal best. Oh, I need to check. I should be up to like 49th place in the world on Mega Man 2. And they hadn't had a chance to review it yet last time I looked. So hopefully it gets approved. You know, I used the right emulator and all that. And if not, I've got time saves coming. I can, you know, probably beat the score that I got at will. All right, got a little bit of food. I wasted a bunch of time walking around. Got water. Let's just take another look. I got my Travolta, so I don't need to worry about weight too much. For anyone who wants to know, I call it a Travolta because I think there's some controversy whether it's Travois or Travoy. Now, when I go to Google and I type in that and I search it, a little thing comes up and it says, push this to see how it's pronounced. Now, when I push it, it says Travoy, which makes sense to me, but I'm from Cleveland. I'm no French Canadian. Close, I guess. Well, not from the French part, but, you know, it's just across Lake Erie there. But I'm going to say Travoy. If Google tells me Travoy, it's Travoy. Google's doing amazing shit with translating right now. With, you know, even the app, you can look through your phone and it turns text into whatever you speak. So it's Travoy. So for the record, Travoy. But I think Travolta's a little more fun. Plus, it makes me think of that Mr. Bungle song. If you don't know, if you know, you know. If you don't know, look up Travolta, Mr. Bungle. It's some of the greatest shit ever created. Mike Patton in general. Okay, so we don't. Okay, I can put this away. Cans really aren't bothering me. This I'm gonna have to repair soon, but that 62% that I've used so far has gotten me pretty far. So, not really worried about it. Cloth, that's minimal. That's a little foggy, but I'll show you something else. Not that I aren't very familiar, and I'm sure many people are with Mystery Lake, but a cool feature of the Travoy. Oh, I'll show you. I think it's one of the few items that when you drop it, it points the way you want it to without having to pick it up and move it like you would. You know, I think a lot of people drop a stick and they think that it always points north depending on the way you drop it. So for instance, we'll drop. I don't have a stick, but what could I drop? Let's go pick up a stick. You don't. I don't have to. See, they're all pointing the same way. Now watch when I deploy the Travoy. Look at that. It's pointing where I want it because you can't pick it up and manipulate it. You need to be able to, you know, if you're backed up, well, I don't know, then you just deploy it somewhere else, I guess. But you want to be able to pick this thing up and go. So if you put it down and it was facing this way or that way with the sticks, but you wanted to go this way, it might be a little bit of a pain in the ass. So I think that's why they did that. They made sure that it's pointing where you drop it. Boom. So basically what I'm going with, trying to say is that, you know, in cases of snowstorms, you could almost build automatic find your way home, because if you set up a Travoy and it's pointing this way and you pick it up and you hit the Z key in a snowstorm, you could set it up so that you end up at another one that you could then drop the one you got, and then pick up the next one, and it's automatically pointing you, probably pixel perfect, towards wherever you want to go. So, you know, think of it like an emergency bus back to Pleasant Valley or your farmstead or whatever. If you can make it to this tree, there's a travois set up that's pointed towards home. But all you gotta do is hit the Z key. So you can call that the Papa Wushu technique. Or I know a lot of people don't like calling me Papa, understandably. I'm not calling you Papa, but there's a story behind the name. Trust me, I'm not trying to be anyone's daddy. Okay, but for instance, I'm gonna do some fishing here. I know I already. See, here we go with these. Where did he fucking come from? Here we fucking go. Okay, you alone, buddy? Pretty flat. You should be toast. I don't even want to hear. Look at this. Look at this. He's running that Odell Beckham Jr. route. Catch the slant. Like, what is he doing? It's alright, I need the feathers, fuckface. Okay, anyway, so. Actually, I like to back up so I can pack it from in there. Because sometimes you fish so much you can't move. So, you gotta back that ass up. Maybe a little bit more forward. But I'm just gonna drop it right here. Oh, what did I... Oh, see how that shit's bad. I wish there was a better thing to do with bait that you didn't use. It rots so fast. Oh my god. Oh my god. Where are these fuckers coming from? What? I put it away. Oh. See, by now, usually I'd have looted all these cattails. I already have like about 100 stashed, but none from, I think I got some by the dam. But I'm going to leave those because every run I've done so far, it's like the first thing I do. I got to know my cattail stash. How many do I have so far? Hundreds. I'm good. I can live for forever. Anyway, so I'm not gonna fuck with it because he kind of fucked me up. But you can see what I mean. Like that's gonna run me right. Let me do it. Okay, so if it's a snowstorm, well, that does look off a little. Maybe this is fucking with it. Go out here. I might be wrong about everything. There might be certain degrees only it can snap to. Let's see. No, that looks better. Yeah. Yep. Just make sure that you're going straight when you release it. You can even walk, hit the H key, and it'll drop it behind you. I think I went over a little bit of that yesterday. But I want to get fishing. That's kind of why we're out here. Alright. Let's put all this fucking bait in here. Should be disappearing. Did I save a fish? Usually I'll leave a fish here on the ice for bait. This thing's gonna be like 2 pieces. Yep, look at that. I got nothing to eat. Got drink. Let's bust this open. Do have the hammer for that now, so that's great. I still got all my tools on me. You're never in a position with this Travolta where you feel like you need to save every half a kilogram for something that you'd potentially want to bring back somewhere. So I think it frees up your inventory for tools, gear. Let's do 6 hours. That'll probably do it for the day, too. Got the hammer, so I can repair that with a piece of fir wood. Not that I was. Well, I only got one crowbar on me. I think the rest are in Milton. I left them all there, but I'd still rather do a replenishable fir than a finite metal. It's not bad for only having 2 pieces of bait.
Time to look for shelter.
I think bait just increases the weight of the fish. Look, I can barely move. But, you know what? Let's make that the rule. We'll leave 1 fish. The smallest fish. If I harvest him, I get 5. What about him? 5, 10. We'll just... Those are probably the highest in vitamin C out of all of them, too. It's weird how it fucking works. Some of these will say moderate. Oh, yesterday I was getting minor for some of them. Even big fat bass, it would say minor. Like it had nothing to do with it. But we'll leave about 10 baits worth. I think catching 10 fish is wishful thinking. Alright, I'm not even that heavy right now, but we'll go ahead and throw these all in there.
Much longer.
Wherever you pick it up from, you will automatically be facing where it's pointing to. So watch. Yoink. Look at that. It's basically a monorail. Give me credit for that. Come on. I got no subs. No one watches this shit. No likes. If you hear me say that, and you're a big timer, like any of those people I named before, call it the Wushu monorail. Something, please. My idea. Also, with the wolves, notice I'm going to hit H. You can hear it. It drops. But also, like I said yesterday, call this the Wushu quick draw. You hit H, your gun comes back out. You ready to, you know. So anyways, I started blasting. Because you can't look around. You're very situationally blind, I think, when you're carrying this. The H key for me is a pain in the ass to hit if you're WASDing, and especially if you're sitting back hitting your bong while you're auto walking. I mean, you know. Do I want that deer? Do I bring the Travolta? We'll bring it a little bit of ways. You know, another thing I want to test is what does that act like a container or not? I'm assuming it would, but to me, meat shouldn't go bad in that motherfucker. I'm at the point where deer are definitely more valuable for skin. It's nice to have like maybe a good sized deer's worth of meat because you don't need to eat all fish. And I think obviously deer travels better. Moose travels the best, you know. Calorie per kilogram. Oh, you're gonna give me a side shot, aren't you? Yesterday I wasted 4 fucking bullets on one of these suckers. But not today. Usually I like to straight out shot. Not today. That's my Zach impression, by the way. We'll take that with that. It's late, but I'm not that tired. We'll take the rest with the hammer. You can do that, right? Actually, I fucked it up, but what I like to do, and I don't even know if it works, but I hate fucking around with remnants. I like very measured doses. It's late. We'll do the knife too. Yeah, I got plenty of knives. But I'll leave that little .6 because in my head it makes the body stay there longer. It's a feather arm. I could be totally wrong. You know what I could do is just make a whole brand new Travolta. Leave some meat in. Leave some meat in it and then put one outside next to it and see. I think I'll do that. Yeah, I'll just leave one of these in here and then I'll put the rest raw in a pile. All right, now look, I'm gonna have to turn around. So I don't know if anyone else is thinking that that might actually be a hidden positive about it.
Oh, I'm starving.
Darn what? Oh, you're still... That's... Wait. What is she bitching about? That she might get a sprayed...
This much gear.
Yeah, I'll have to leave it deployed out here. That's fine. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's gonna jig around because of that rock. Not today! Let's drop fish here. And meat here. And then I gotta drag it out to the thing. That's alright. It shouldn't take a day or so to see the difference. Right? What else? Eat. Moderate. There. Oh, I did finish it all. Okay. I want to start saving my bigger fish separately. Maybe not cooking them right away for longer voyages. I personally think that scurvy is fine, but the frequency. I think this game has been adding a lot of cool things. But back in the day, there weren't a whole lot of different things. So those things had to happen more frequently to even be worth developing, you know. But scurvy should be one of those things like out of nowhere you get scurvy and you're like, well, I haven't had scurvy my last 5 playthroughs. What the fuck is scurvy? Vitamins, it should be like that. Like cabin fever. You gotta like really ask for it, I think, in a way. So that it's catching you off guard if you're slipping. It shouldn't drive your everyday. Every day you wake up, vitamin C, vitamin C. Even though some people take their vitamins every day, I get it. But there should be something like that in the game. Like maybe rose hips could have a different function. Instead of turning them all into tea, maybe you could harvest them and they could turn into single daily dose berries that will at least, you know, be a daily dose. Or maybe a little less. Like it'll prolong. Like if you're full, and you should also be able to see your vitamin C level. Like through the color of your skin or something, or a verbal cue. Like you should be able to get a verbal cue when you know you're maxed out. Because if you go somewhere where there might not be, you want to know at least how much time do I have? Can I take a daily supplement? I've got 14 berries that should get me, and they're finite. 14 berries. If I take one a day, that'll give me 40 days instead of 20. Make it like a vitamin that you're not going to fucking die without. It's not, insulin or, you're not 90 years old. My heart medication, my vitamin C drops. Ugh. Why is it absolutely dark in here? Oh, because I'm already up here. My vitamin C drops are in the car. If you don't get them, come on. I think there's enough cool shit in the game that they can start scaling it all back so that it is more obscure. Maybe there should, instead of cabin fever, maybe they should add a vitamin K, like jaundice. You'll get all fucking yellowed out if you're indoors all the time. That would make more sense than literally going crazy and dying before you're willing to sleep in a house. Could you imagine that? You're willing to sleep outdoors in the freezing cold, even if it's a blizzard. Basically suicide, but I'm not sleeping in that fucking bed again. But whatever. I mean, it's also manageable. I just don't think it makes logic sense. But I'm not really that upset about it. I'm not telling you that it's ruining the game or anything. I just manage it, but it's more of an abstract, management. Okay, let's go do some more fishing. Take a quick look. 87. Might be a little too early to see. 87. We'll eat some of this. It should leave me a little bite for later. Sometimes there's feathers here where you've killed your enemies. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. Hello, Mr. Deer. Hello, Mr. Deer. How are you today? I do like to do a lot of impressions. Now, when I tested it, this stream was looking a lot better than it did yesterday, but I think I had it a little too jacked up at first, and I'm running an old 1080. But I jacked it way up, and it was not, not watchable frame rate wise. Even though OBS is telling me everything's fine, just getting everything to line up with the way YouTube likes it, it wasn't worth it. But I went with 1080 and I dropped it to 30 frames. And it seemed to be running fine on my test. I also fucked with the audio options a little bit, so it should only capture the game instead of all my audio, which really wasn't a problem as long as I kept everything else off. But and then I set my microphone to its own specific and disabled over default. But anyway, that's right, I can't turn it. Let's make a wide berth. A wide berth. Point it. Make sure you're walking forward. This thing's like a tractor trailer behind you, so it might not be straight. I mean, that could also screw you up. If it's a snowstorm and this it's pointing this way, but I come out here and grab it thinking I'm going to walk this way, and it turns me around. And you go walking off this way in a snowstorm, wouldn't be ideal. Meanwhile, this thing is all fucking far away. You can back it up the same way, though. I think it's great. I've already wasted half the fucking day away. Let's waste some more by making bait. Like it takes that long to hack a fucking fish up into bits. Yeah. Let's break this open. Now we drink again.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
We'll do 2 more hours.
Feels like night is coming.
Those little gold eyes are like penalty fish. I don't think they are ideal. Which bait do I have? How did I do? Did I use it all? Yes. Did I catch 10 fish? I guess I did. Okay, so 10's good. 6 and 6. Yeah, so I think
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
I hate that you can't pick up feathers or anything when you're carrying. I think 2 fish is good. I mean, I know fish are heavy, but it doesn't take away from the fact that for your stink meter, if you carry 2 heavy-ass pieces of fish, you can carry the most calories and vitamin C now. So I think the idea is you pay for it on the way there, but you're eating it. It's disappearing as you're, just like water. You're carrying a lot of water, but you only bring enough to get home when you're done. You can leave a bottle of water a lot easier, I think, than a piece of gear or something, or a hide that you were out trying to get, while you're outside, or wherever you were. More bullets, or things you can bring back from the forage. Take the fish there.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
See, I don't know if I should be separating these right now. I don't know if it's worth it. I used to be real meticulous about it. I think the end result is to just have a good idea where your best fish is. So if you are going to, see, 600, 600, then these 2 bangers here. That's bass, and that's bass. So maybe separating the bass wouldn't be a bad idea. But you can get some big, whatever the fuck, whitefish too. Let's try to get out earlier. You know what? That's fine. If I can find some water. I should put the water under this fucking window. I know I swear a lot. Try not to. Try to work on that. Maybe. Huh? I remember leaving fishing with my dad when I was a kid, early before the sun came up. Dad, can we stop and get a beef jerky? Of course, I should be running, but doing the experiment. Am I still carrying? Oh my god. I think that takes away from your stank, putting it in there, but I can't believe I'm still carrying that shit around. Just because it was dark when I got back, I think. Couldn't see. Doesn't steer like a traditional trailer, I'll tell you that.
Looks like I made it through another night.
Like they simplified it, but if you're used to, you know, steering it an opposite direction, if you've ever done it in real life, it's gonna mess with you. I think a little bit. You'll get used to it. Once you know that you don't have to worry about turning it around. You know, you're not gonna jackknife yourself. Although that would be pretty fucked up if they had a tripping and falling mechanic because you're a dumbass and you try backing up into your own loaded up sled. First things first, and that's the bait. Did I pick the fish up? Getting cold. What the fuck?
It's a goddamn freezing.
Should have some oil on me. Uh, I love that. Magnifying lens, but inside.
One little fire.
I usually use accelerant just because I'm swimming in it usually, and speeds it up, especially the magnifying glass.
I'm sure I don't carry much weight.
Wow, I can move easily. Four. Not even gonna look at them. Just automatically stand me up. And wasn't anything today. Should be good, right? Those vertical lines up there. I love that coming through on the screen. That shit looks like Death Stranding. I didn't line that one up perfectly. Small detail where it saved your life, even if you didn't. Apparently, Scurvy. Not Scurvy, Scurvy. '26 in a snowstorm. See if that changes. Being out there. Let's get inside. Got enough water. Alright, let's drop this. Probably wet. Yeah, oh, not too bad. So that should be dry by the morning. I'll just do 10. See where 10 puts me. Pretty good. Oh, look at that. One more. What did I say? It's like 26. Yeah, okay. So, at least not in one night in it through a snowstorm. I should see some difference in this meat now, right? 83. 83. So I'm going to call that. Does not deteriorate
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
outside in this. You know it's cold, but I don't really have to worry about cabin fever doing all this fishing. See, I'm carrying two bows because I'd like to use this one up. But every time I see a wolf, I use the Hot Wheel or whatever, and this comes out. Let's do some cooking. These are my old ones.
Man, this pack is getting kind
Pick
of heavy.
all these up and filter out some of the big ones. won't be able to move, but we'll drop anything over. Well, let's see where we get. I still won't be able to move.
I can't carry this any further.
These are all pretty good size. So these are 0.28 and up. Take them here to be done. Pretty much at the same time.
I survived another night.
These. Damn it. These will save here. Raw, so we can get a little more life out of them.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Put it here.
My fingers feel numb.
And this is what? Everything under. This should be everything under. Yeah. Including that bass. 623. 2.08. Really comparable? No, so there's no sense putting this in a different pile. And it's all saying moderate today. I swear I was getting fish yesterday that said minor. I just have that feeling that as soon as I light a fire,
If at home, warm up soon.
as soon as I light a fire, it's gonna storm. You know it. One of 4. Start with a stick.
Right on.
I usually like to do that with the fish oil instead, but is it not giving me that option? I don't think it did. It's a good torch too. Start with
I'm not
these.
sure I'm carrying much more.
That heat should be going way up. A lot faster than that. Look at that. Could you imagine being between two fires and being like, it's a little warm in here. Just gotta rotate. Like a rotisserie. Oh, my back is cold. Oh, my face is cold. Do these a piece. It looks like it'll be a nice day, but you know how that weather be. Here comes the wind. My God, dude. See, the game fucking knows, dude. It knows. Gotta be kidding me. Can I get some sun at least? See if it'll let me use my oil now. This corner's preferable. $30. That's quite a bit. Worth. paused. But when I get over here, it's basically squishy again. There. Fire.
Come on, little fire. Oh, yeah.
Don't understand why I can't fill the one. Why you can't combine these? This should work like water. Imagine having a bunch of fucking .09 things of water in your inventory. Like that's how stupid that is. Whatever. Five. Sweet. finishes all of his raw food and loads the fire. Then we'll switch it up. The wind could at least stay here for the rest of this. That'd be great. I'm gonna run now. And as soon as you get back, I'll take off and start getting that done. Hit my mom early in the morning while she's at work. She'll be trying to get rid of me instead of having me stay. You had a horrible nightmare just in that hour. Because I said that last night when they'll just let anybody in at 9:59, like me.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
That's crazy. It's very fictional.
Surrounded by snow and nothing to drink.
My wife, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
What time? Odd numbers. That's why I left these three, in case you were wondering. don't have to worry about cooking all those teas for skill. I got plenty that are usable.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Leave some water outside for darkness reasons. So these should all be pretty comparable. 718, 718, 7. Not great. But I think keeping my biggest ones separate over the course of several fishings will allow me to really reserve some of the big ones. These are going to be 6s to maybe 5. Let's eat you, Mr. Fish, and you. That bass was worth $7.79. Yeah, we can go over here. Yeah, there's some tiny ones over here. I used to line them up in order of calorie content. I mean, sometimes there really ain't shit else to do, I guess, but let's move these. Just carry 'em. I don't really think there's anything else I need to cook. don't want to kill all my wood on just water right now. This is usually my first 5, but I've usually eaten a lot of moose and bear by now, which I haven't done as much of because scurvy reasons. It was pretty much a rush to get here and fishing. That's good. 5's better. Will be.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I need like a hour and a half. I know it is. Okay. Acorns. I did hit cook. And it's a small portion. Son of a bitch. Eat them. Get them out of my sight. Fucking small portion. Seeing these, like that's only enough for one fire starting, and then you got 20 left over. Okay, but wait, you may say, they give you... Yeah, but you can't put oil in the fucking thing. There should be action, refuel. You know, I guess now that I have a can, I should be filling it. But I'm like, not out of protest because because I use it. I just figured, you know, piss on it. I'd rather carry one of these that's strictly just the weight of the fuel versus the extra whatever. Actually, this thing might be weightless. 50, I mean, it's a basis point per basis point. So this is an extra 6 basis points, 5 basis points. Or what, half a basis point? I don't know. I'll tell you what. We'll fill it up, I guess. When you get to that point where you got that much extra, it's like you're not even using it. What are you using it for? People hate crafting torches because it wastes cloth. I mean, I don't mind one here and there. And then what? Starting fires, right? I think that's literally it. I also think fish oil should be able to be converted into cooking oil somehow. I don't know how nasty that would be in real life, but it would be edible. Let's just drop this bow because I'm never going to use it unless I whip it out. Drop this as well.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
Doesn't tell research completed here. No. It overlays two different explanations on top of each other. I think I've read these. Oh, might have fucked myself here. Oh, okay. too many maple. The knife gives you a choice, so I'll keep both of those. Although 34 is a lot, it's not like this thing's on its last leg or anything. I might have an hour to read. Nice. It's probably still cold outside.
This'll come in handy.
So for a hide and a gut, it'll be 70. A little risky. Or you can harvest it, get 3 maples back. So have to reinvest 1. A hide, some guts, but you'll for sure make it. So basically, let's make sure. 1 hide, 2 guts, 4. Okay, so for the cost of a gut and a maple sapling, you can make sure that you repair it. Let's take a look at our pants. No, you still... No, because you're using one anyway. Right. Let's make sure we repair these pants first. should be doing this outside. Okay, that's all pretty good. These, I need metal. Do it. Just do it. Cut me a break. Okay. Message my wife real quick. Okay. So that was good. Just drop this. Drop that. That's all fine. Oh, let's drop some water. We'll spread it out a little so I can grab it in the dark. What time is it? I can sprint, sleep in the car if I need to. Let's go check out the trailers west of the dam. It's a bit spodgy out though. That's a 14 that I got now, but it's deteriorated, so I definitely want to use that one first, I suppose. You know, we might as well go up here. It's one of the last places in Mystery Lake I think I haven't looted. I didn't do actually anything in Clear Cut or the northwestern corner of the map. I think there used to be a prepper shed, but every time I've looked around for it, I've never found that one. I take my coat off. that guy over here somewhere. Now, not gonna lie, the protection of the bear coat is a big part of why I like it. Hey, if I see a wolf, just remember to hit C instead of C for clothes, put it on your coat, and then bow and arrow. Pardon me, Mr. Wolf. Let me get dressed first. In the blink of an eye. If they added equipping times to clothes, imagine that. Any moose today? I don't even think the markings are over here. I think he's over Nameless Pond. Okay. That way is mine. So yeah, there should be some stuff over here. And there should be a trailer I can sleep in. Hello, Mr. Wolf. Potential prepper's cache, I think, around here somewhere. I don't think I've ever found this one either. I might get jiggity. Oh my god. I hate when they come at you slightly sideways. It's the worst. Like, I want to lead him like an anti-aircraft gun. I put lead on him, and I always shoot wide left. Gotta make like a concerted effort to just put it on him. You know, I'm no pro Counter-Strike player like Zach either. Yeah, I don't see shit. Behind this. That could be what I'm looking for. Mr. Wolf, didn't you see your buddy fly past you with mortal wounds? Fuck. Don't let him get close to you with the pistol. It's just, you've already lost. If you can headshot him from that distance and he dies, that's great. But he will die. And I'll have to check to see if I landed that first shot. I might not have. But if I did, I mean, they can take a shot. Sometimes. Live just long enough to ruin your day. I think it's just these 3 trailers, and that's pretty much it. And I've looted everything. So let's check outside everything first. Ooh, he's still running around. Walk it off, boy. Alright.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
That's great. An axe. More cloth. You get loot and it just disgusts you what you get. Can opener. What the fuck? That's like, what am I really looking for at this point? This is what I'm here for. Duplicate shit that I already have. I'm not gonna find a new rifle or... Alright, we're going counterclockwise. You're looking to, start society again. People love settling in Quonset because they like pretending and role-playing that they have a gas station. Do you need can openers? I have 10 of them. Do you need a fucking flashlight? I never did once. I never used one. But I have 6 for sale. Here's all my pop lined up. And, you've seen it. And it's cool. When I'm in Quonset Hut, I, set my shit up in a very similar, less anal way. Although my wife, who, works retail, was making fun of me. She's like, you're fronting and facing, and we call that blocking. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, you're putting all the products in a line. And I remember I worked at a gas station long time ago, and I used to have to go around all the aisles and make the shit look all nice and presentable. And I'm done here, right? You know, what do you do with 10 can openers when you have them? Still running back there. All right, we'll check this last one, and I guess sleep here, maybe read. Then we either go back and fish some more, work on our big fish pile. Cargo pants, that's great. Or we go scope something out like Pleasant Valley or Coastal Highway. Not in a relocating sense, but just like a recon. Oh, great. I got a bunch of shit to break down before I leave. That's alright. That's extra leather. We're going to need that when we're rebuilding society. I'm getting kind of cold, man. I need to put this hoodie on. Hold on a second. Alright. Now, I suppose I would like to read outside, right? Oh, another pie bar. That's great. Yeah, we'll read outside. There's nothing around here. What? Oh, that's right. Well, then we'll do this instead. But you know what? Just do this inside.
I need to find a place to rest.
Oh, she went to go pick up my daughter. Like, she must be done with midterms.
Sorry.
Wait, are you going to get Lily now?
Yeah, I'm just.
Oh, I took it as you were going to go pick her up and then come home.
No, well, I was already home. I was just in the driveway. It was just easier for me to just right there.
Oh,
And I couldn't answer because I was on the thing, but
gotcha.
I'm gonna go pick up Lily.
Okay. And then what? Uh, do I save this? Yeah, we save. Oh, that's probably too dark. So, right? We might be able to fix it up. Why not? I mean, these get tough because it's leather. And this is only on this side, so these really don't take a lot of wear because they're not, external. But I think they're cool, so it'll be nice to have a backup. I've never gotten the technical one. All right. What else? Well, we are pretty tired. We're still hurt. So we're gonna go to sleep, but what are we doing next? I think Coastal Highway is the move, because there's fishing there. I can keep working on my fishing. Um, I think there might be a whatchamacallit rifle. Or is that under the bridge? Or is that Bleak Inlet? Needless to say, ain't shit else to do in Coastal Highway, and I can do the same shit I'm doing here. Or ain't shit else to do in Mystery Lake. And everything I'm doing here, I can do there. And I should be able to just go in with very minimal supplies. Hmm. Where do we go? Pleasant Valley, Timberwolf Mountain, Ash Canyon. You know, I'd like to find maybe some thermals, maybe some better pants, although they're pretty good, but these aren't the most durable. And you repair them with deer hides. So these are kind of a pain in the ass. These are great, but I'm going to need, more leather. Like better underwear. Gloves are pretty decent. And repaired with leather. I think these two could be better, and I could use a better coat. Unless, of course, I want to go ahead and craft another bear coat, or I think I could do double bear, but only after I get the technical backpack. That's a lot of weight. Hmm. Plus, I've never
So
been there
tired.
before. Yeah, so let's go to coastal and see if we can upgrade a little bit. Maybe get some more ammunition. I could take Vaughn's rifle with me. And the way out of Ash Canyon, I don't think I should be really bringing a whole lot with me. And in fact, increasing my carrying capacity, ideally. So let's change the note. Uh, this cat wants to go outside. Let's see how you feel about that, boy. How you feel? You want to go sniff? Want to go see?
That guy who drank his own
Or do
pee
you need
doesn't seem so
water or
crazy
something?
right now.
You might need food or water. Hello.
So I got 93 out of 100 on my English essay. I found out today. And I had my German presentation. My friend said I did really good, and I passed the requirements for how long I'm supposed to speak, which is like
I wish I could have seen that actually.
wait, I have a video.
You do?
Yeah, my friend took a video.
Okay. Let me watch it in a minute.
All right.
Let me wrap this up. All right, so I'm going to cut it off here. Um, we'll figure out what we're doing. Probably going to be Coastal Highway. And we'll probably set out pretty immediately. Not really worried about that stash of fish. I mean, it's going to go bad. I have the big ones fresh, so I should be able to cook those back to at least 50%. Um, we'll stop, get the rifle. Or no, do I take the rifle? I'll probably find one there. Probably. I'll bring the flare gun. Yeah. I mean, there might be a moose there. I might want to bring back a moose hide, I guess, or at least stash one there. Don't know how much surviving I'm really going to want to do in Coastal Highway. And also, it's like a one-way trip. You go to Coastal Highway, and then I think you can only go to Bleak Inlet, and then back. So it's like a dead end in Bleak Inlet, I believe. So it might be Coastal Highway, Bleak Inlet, move everything back to at least a regional base in Coastal Highway. You know, where I can go to maybe get a moose. If there's one by Quonset, that's usually easy to get. There's usually bear right there. Although I don't really, might not. Well, hmm. So I'm trying to plan this out because I want to do shit that I haven't done before. But I also want to rebuild society. All right, that's it. See you next time.